Today on the podcast, we're talking zip lines, treetops, and Go Ape. This is the Kansas City Podcast. Welcome to the Kansas City Podcast. I'm your host, Cole Lindbergh. Many of you know me as the designer of Shoji Tabuchi's Golden Restroom. And if not, it's nice to meet you. You know, each week here on the Kansas City Podcast, we are joined by a one-of-a-kind KC native for a conversation on life in the City of Fountains. And I have made my way to Swope Park on this beautiful day. It's an absolutely gorgeous day out. To 7331 Oakwood Drive. I'm at Go Ape KC. It is a zipline adventure treetop. The words and descriptions could go on. And I'm sitting here. He's the site manager of Go Ape KC. Caleb Johnson, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, it's great to be here. Cole, how you doing today?
I am doing fantastic, sir. I am very excited to be out here at Go Ape. I have a previous experience ziplining and going on these type of treetop adventures. I've gone ziplining in a cave. I've done a bunch of crazy stuff with ziplining. So why don't you tell the people at Go Ape, because I don't think even some people know that this exists right now in Swope Park, right?
Right, that's very true. We're pretty new, Cole. We've been here this is our third season. And we're a treetop adventure park just located right here in Swope Park. And what's really unique about our experience is, we have zip lines, but it's a treetop adventure. So you're going to see that there's a lot of obstacles from tree to tree before you actually go on your zip lines.
Oh, wait. So it's like multitude. So, you go zip line from, platform to platform, but then you have some obstacles, too.
Yeah, so...
Oh, this is news to me. Okay, what do you got?
So, basically, it's divided into 5 courses.
Okay.
And you go up to the first tree, and you're basically going from tree to tree over these different styles of bridges. So, some of them are beginner quality stuff. Some of it is you have to be in pretty decent coordination,
shape and coordination,
a little bit. So we have some challenging courses as well on some what we call crossings. So you go through some of those. Some of them have 3. Our longest one has about 10 crossings, and then at the end of every course is a zip line.
Okay.
So we have a total of 5 zip lines, but what's really unique about our place is there's a lot of obstacles from tree to tree that are really exciting.
Interesting. So when you say these crossings, what is it like? So you strap in and you got to jump over like a bridge or something? Is it like a platform to platform type deal in the air?
There's a lot of different styles of crossings.
All right. This is news to me. I'm sitting here thinking, when I think of crossings and going from, I'm just used to swinging from tree to tree.
Right.
You're telling me there's more. Okay.
Yeah, but there's different styles. So you'll have some that kind of feel like you're walking across a swing set.
Mm-hmm.
With different steps.
Like a bridge. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then we have some that you might be putting your feet through rings, some suspended rings where there's literally no floor except for the rings.
Oh.
So there's some pretty exciting stuff out there.
And how high up in the air are you?
Our highest platform is actually 45 feet in the air.
Holy. That's pretty good.
So, it definitely, what we're all about is living life adventurously at Go Ape. So, a lot of people come out and they're challenged by our obstacles, and we're really excited to do that with them.
That's exciting. Okay, so no, of course, my favorite part of any treetop adventure is the actual ziplining part.
Oh, right.
Because, you want to go on a zipline that's super long,
right.
And just you're just hanging out, just sliding along. So, how long? You said 5 ziplines, right?
We do have 5 altogether, yes.
All right, so how was the longest one?
Our longest zipline is 475 feet.
Holy crap.
So that's a pretty long one.
That's a good one. That's good. That's good 30, 45 seconds or so, right?
Right. It's you can definitely daydream a little bit. For sure.
Taking the sights and the smells and the sounds.
Right.
Very nice. And being up here in Swope Park, it's a full on. I know people have gone to Swope Park, but you go up here, you drive up the hill, it's a beautiful, treetop area, shaded area, and it's hilly up here too.
Right.
So is there a lot of walking between two, or are you always up in the trees the whole time?
Yeah, so we in the middle of all 5 of our courses, there's just a tiny bit of a walk. You might be on the ground for a minute or two before you go back up into the next course. So our course is designed where the zip line goes down, and then the next course is right next door.
And what's the age limit? Because when I was like a small child, like, did you ever like hang out and be like, hey, I want to make my own zip line?
Oh yeah, all the time.
And I mean, it was just, I always was thought like, oh, you could buy one. Like you could buy like a cable or something from like some toy like magazine, like Sharper Image or something.
Right.
And I was like, oh, we should get that hanging out my bedroom window. So like, what's you got to be a certain weight, certain age? What do you got?
We don't have a weight limit, but you do have to be at least 10 years old and then taller than 4'7".
Okay.
So there's a height restriction. That mostly has to do with our landing sites because you are landing in mulch. So
Okay.
We have to set it up in a certain parameter, I guess you could say. But yeah, so you have to be 4'7", 10 years old. Now we do have some other locations in the U.S. that do have a treetop junior.
Okay.
So the under 10 crowd can go. The obstacles aren't as tough. They're not as high off the ground. There's a different kind of restraint system for that.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we don't have one of those. Those are mostly on the East Coast right now.
But
you
it
never
could
know.
happen in the future.
You never know.
Okay.
Yeah, that could happen in the future.
So what's your favorite obstacle?
Ooh, my favorite. So we have something called the Tarzan swing.
Okay.
And
When you do the Tarzan swing, do you have to go, oh?
I do every time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Absolutely. But you think of like when you go on a float trip
Yeah.
and you see those people who are crazy jumping off the cliff with the rope into
Oh,
the
yeah,
water.
like they like climb up in a tree and then they swing down and do a flip into the water. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So think about making that actually safe. And
All right, we're going to strap you in.
there's an actual safety system, and you're jumping off a platform. And I know you're an amusement park guy. Have you ever rode like the Ripcord or the Sky Coaster?
Yeah, absolutely. Many times.
Yeah, and you have that free fall moment when you pull the cord, right?
Yes.
You have that free fall moment when you jump off the platform, and then
Because because you're in the air and hanging, and then as you start to fall, then it kind of grabs you.
system.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, so it kind of grabs you, and you go into a net,
Oh.
and you make contact with the net. You swing back out, you grab the net, and then you climb up to the platform.
Wow. Okay, so how far is the gap between the swing?
Oh my
Do you know?
gosh, I've never measured it, but I would say it's about. You're probably looking at about 30 to 40 feet from platform to net.
So you're making a full freaking arc swing from the platform. And then I assume that with something like that, you're probably pretty high off the ground too. So it's that moment of like taking the not only the leap, but like looking down and like, okay, I've got to jump and I've got to make the swing over to the net.
It's definitely one of our highest points in the course for sure.
That is awesome. I'm very cool with that. Well, I have a crazy zipline question because, like I said, I've done zipline in the Tennessee mountains.
Ooh.
Okay, which was incredible. Going from like mountain to mountain. I did ziplining in the caves in Louisville.
Wow.
There are caves under Louisville, and you basically like zipline through these caves. It's freaking crazy. And that's even scarier because you're in the middle of a cavern and you're climbing to like the top of a scaffolding.
Yeah.
And then, it goes, but I go back to this one because I know that there have been huge strides, and don't ask me how I know this, in zipline safety.
Right.
And what cracks me up is that these zip lines, when I was in Tennessee, you actually had to brake yourself with your hand.
Oh.
So they gave you this glove, okay? And the glove had a giant piece of leather sewn into it.
Wow.
And you had to reach back behind your head and press down with the glove to slow yourself down before the end. This is not a joke.
Right.
And we're talking like long zip lines from mountain to mountain. And the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm just going, make sure you put your hand further back than the wheels. Make sure you put your hand further back than the wheels.
Right.
That's not like that here, right?
Absolutely not.
Thank God.
Yeah, we do not want you guys pinching hands on our zip lines.
I've never been more frightened in my life when we were doing that. I was like, this is not a good idea. This is bad. So how do you stop then? Because that's the thing that like I think I'm more scared about than anything because I'm like, okay, I'm ziplining, I'm heading towards this tree, or I'm heading towards the ground here. How the hell am I slowing down?
Right. So, yeah, we've thought that system out quite a bit. Because,
well, that's good.
Because we don't want anyone reaching up at the cable at all because that could be like a pinch injury, right?
That's bad news.
Bad news, right? So we have what we call landing sites. So we actually have playground mulch, kind of a bed of it that when you come in forwards, you basically run out your speed.
Okay.
Or if you come in backwards, you're dragging your heels and it stops you that way.
Gotcha.
So,
So you could spin while you're up there.
it's possible that you're spinning. Yeah. Let's say your lines got twisted in the course somehow.
Yeah.
It's normal for people to spin coming down, which
Okay,
is kind of
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
So we have safe ways of landing in both directions, and then we also have a backup pad that if for some reason you forgot to run it out or you didn't drag your heels, we do have a pad there to stop you.
Brilliant.
So that's a good thing. So there's two ways to stop you, and neither involve your hands.
That is, you know what? I'm sold. I'm coming ziplining then.
That sounds good.
I will never do that other one again. I don't know if I'll ever be in the mountains of Tennessee again, but
Yeah.
it was very, very frightening. Let's talk about, because you can't be open year round here. I mean, you can't be out on an icy zip line. So
Right.
it's right here at the end of April. When's your season? How long does it go for? And what are you looking at?
Right. So we actually opened this year on the last day of March.
Okay.
So we go weekends only until basically you think about the schedule in Kansas City for schools. It's very much that.
Yeah.
So we're weekends only when it's warm enough to come out. So late March. And then during the summer, we're open pretty much daily. We do have a few days where people do buy out our course. So we do have some group sales elements as well. And then we are open through Thanksgiving. But
Wow.
we go back to that weekend only after the summertime.
How long does it take to do the whole course? I didn't even ask that. That's are you looking at an hour, a couple hours? What do you got?
It generally takes about 2 to 3 hours to do the course. So if you come on like a non-busy day and you don't have anybody in front of you, and you're fairly athletic and you're quick and you're not afraid of heights, it could take you 2 hours. Generally, the max is going to be 3 hours unless you're just really taking your time, which some people really take their time up in the trees. So
Why Go Ape? Ape because of the trees? Is that? I mean, that would be the I would assume the obvious reason it's called
Yeah.
Go Ape, right?
you feel like you're a monkey up there.
Okay,
So
there
you're
you go.
going from
Okay.
tree to tree.
Okay,
And
perfect.
then you got the zip line at the end. We actually, our company started in the UK. So I don't know if ape is a word that's used more over there, but
Go Ape.
it's also just fun to say go ape, right?
Yeah. No, I agree. Like it sets the precedent of like, hey, you're going ape, man.
Yeah.
It's like going ham.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think Go Ape was started before Go Ham,
Yeah.
so we couldn't do Go Ham, and
Yeah,
Kanye
yeah.
West and Jay-Z wouldn't be very happy.
No,
about
they
it, I
would.
don't
They would be
think.
very upset about that.
Yeah.
What do you see as like? I'm always intrigued, and you know this, being an amusement park guy as well, is that there's always something new that is pushing you to the limit, right? There's going to be some new obstacle. There's going to be some new crazy thing that somebody comes up with that people are going to start trying. Ziplining to me, this is a little bit different because, I'm used to just going like course to course. Like,
Right.
hey, I'm on a zip line. I go to the next platform. They unhook me. They put me on the next line and push across. And this one now is kind of like, it's a little bit of both. It's the course, the obstacles, the lines. I mean, what do you see? The Tarzan swing that you talked about, that's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Right.
So, is this going to continue to escalate? Like, if people come back, like, year after year, are there going to be new stuff every year to try? Or do you think there's some new crazy thing in the pipeline that people don't know about or it's going to show up?
There's nothing crazy in the pipelines that I've heard about that I can talk about, at least.
Sorry, folks. I tried to get an exclusive. It's not working.
Hey, that was a good try. I like that.
Yeah.
But, sometimes we do different crossings on our course. So just last year, we actually added one to course 3, I believe it was. So we added an additional crossing there. So they do change from time to time. Sometimes they do change. And I do know that Go Ape is in the process of looking at what can we do to make things bigger and better. In Kansas City, I personally would love to see a treetop junior would be fantastic.
Yeah.
For that under 10 crowd. But I don't know what's in our future at this point.
So what's the response been for only 3 seasons, and the response been from the city? Because like I said, I still think a lot of people don't know that this place exists.
Right. Yeah. a lot of people come here and they're like, wow, I didn't know there was zip lining in our backyard.
Right.
You know, and that's what we're really all about is
because you're not far from the zoo. You're not far from. You're right here in Swope Park. I mean, it's just a trip up the road, and you're here.
Right here, yeah. You know, maybe a 20-minute drive from your house. It's all it is. So we partner with Swope Park. So we work hand in hand with the park system. That's actually something that Go Ape does. Is they partner with city parks, and we kind of operate the thing together. So
nice.
Yeah, we help them with trail work and that sort of thing.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I mean, like I said, I think that it's very cool that this exists and is here. I still find it really odd. It makes a lot of sense that it's here in Swope Park, but at the same time, I'm like, that'd be the last place I think of. Oh, you want to go ziplining, right? Oh, well, you got to go to Swope Park, right? And I always think too, and you and I both know this. There's a lot more of these crazy kind of not interactive, but these full-on like experiences that are popping up all over the place. That it's not just World of Fun anymore,
right?
And it's not just going to a water park, or there's lots more things that are popping up. Like the other day, I saw an ad for it's at Power Play or something, where you get in a cart and you throw the ball like it's a game of soccer.
Is that Whirly Ball?
Yes, Whirly Ball. Yeah,
I think that's at Power Play.
Yeah. And so and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, what the hell is this? There's just more and more crazy stuff like this popping up all over the place.
Yeah, I love those. Because a lot of times when people are going out in Kansas City, they may just have a morning or an afternoon where they're trying to find something to do. So that stuff, like those family entertainment centers like Power Play, I think those are great. A 2 to 3 hour experience here and going to the zoo in the afternoon is like perfect.
Oh, yeah.
So I love those small time attractions. You think about Legoland and Sea Life at Crown Center.
Yeah.
Just a couple of hours, right? So I love that. I love that there's things in the city growing, and that families can go out for 2 to 3 hours and have a good time across the city,
Our old friends at Worlds of Fun just opened up.
Oh, yes.
And they got a new ride.
The Nordic Chaser.
They're redoing the turn on the Timberwolf.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about it?
I rode Nordic Chaser the other day.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It spins. It's fun. If you like spinning,
it's
a good time.
It looks like the Rock and Reeler.
It's very similar.
Yeah, not as big, though.
Right.
Rock and Reeler was bigger, right?
Right. I would say so for sure. I think it's a really nice spot. It replaced a kind of dated ride, in my opinion, in the Finnish Fling. But
don't tell that to the people online.
Yeah, they would. I can think of a few names in my head that are going to be coming after me. After
like,
that comment.
They took out an original.
But Timberwolf getting some love. I love that they are putting in work to smooth out a rather rough roller
I'm
coaster
upset
ride.
about it.
Are you?
I am.
You're a purist.
I am a purist. Timberwolf was the second roller coaster I ever rode, you know? And it's so funny when you think about roller coasters when you're a young kid, because it's just like, the excitement and fun, you don't realize how painful it is.
Right.
And then, as the years went on and I rode it more and more, I was just like, man, my neck hurts.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying.
My spine needs realignment.
And so I'm happy that they're giving it some love, but I don't... they're basically like that middle half, middle section. They're turning the old helix, the old spiral, into just a turn, but it's a high banked turn. It's not overbanked or anything, but it just, I don't know. I'm kind of sad. I want. Just like zip lines, I like roller coasters that are longer.
Right.
That just go forever and ever and ever. I don't want them to ever end. So if you're taking out this section of the ride that adds an extra 20 seconds, I'm gonna be kind of upset.
I get that, man. See, I'm the other way though. People will complain about waiting an hour for a ride that's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
If it's a good 30 seconds, I'm all in.
Really?
So yeah, I'm all about the quick rerideability, intensity, and so I'm excited for it. I'm ready to ride the new Timberwolf. Air quotes there.
The new Timberwolf. Yeah. No, the new Timber. Yeah, see, it's just another reason for them. Let's put this on a T-shirt. New Timberwolf.
It's a good marketing scheme.
It's a good marketing scheme. All right, we talked about ziplining. We've talked about roller coasters. We talked about fun, exciting experiences and stuff. This is your chance now to shine. Tell people where they can find out about Go Ape. Tell people where they can, visit your website, get more information. This is your time to shine, sir. Go ahead.
Right. So you can find out more information. Most of our bookings, we usually book in advance for our experience here. We do accept walk-ups, but the best way to guarantee your adventure is to go online at goape.com. You can see that we have 16 locations that are going to pop up, so you have to sort through, find Kansas City in there. And then if you give us a follow on Instagram, Go Ape Kansas City, we run that Instagram there, and we love when you guys take pictures and tag us in it. We love to repost stuff, so definitely give us a follow on there, and we'll follow back too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're
that's
not
very
afraid to
kind
follow
of you
back.
to follow back.
Yeah, team follow back.
That's the important part of social media. If my understanding is
That's
correct,
right. Yeah,
is
you have to
following
follow
back.
back. It's
You gotta
polite.
follow back. I would definitely recommend folks to come out. Give Go Ape a try. It's a very cool course, and it has something that a lot of other courses don't offer in the obstacles. So I think that's super awesome. And remember, you can always find us on our website, theKansasCityPodcast.com. You can find me on Twitter at Cole Lindberg. The podcast, of course, is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Kansas City Pod. We will be linking from our website to Go Ape. So if you just go to our website, you can click on through to Go Ape. And if you have gone to Go Ape, I would love to hear from you and tell me what your thoughts are, because it's just... I think it's funny. If you have gone ape, if you have gone ape, give me a call. Just let me know. Let Go Ape know that you had a great time. And I think I don't know. Should we go ride some zip lines?
Yeah.
I think
That's the reason I work here, Cole.
I think that's why I'm here too. Let's go ride some zip lines. Caleb, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Cole. I appreciate the time.
No problem, man. We will see everyone next week here on the Kansas City Podcast.